So I need to weld a washer into the end of this tube to hold the nut that's going to hold the piece of all thread that's going through this support that's going to mount the towel warmer to the wall. So I've just got a stud here in my welding table, 1/2 inch. I'm going to drop my tube down on it and then stick the washer in there and weld it in there. I'm not going to video the actual welding. It's too tight to try and get a picture of it. So I have to put a couple holes in these washers for the mounting hardware and mount to the wall. So I found the center of the washer. I just need to go even 0.875 on both sides of the center, and that'll be where these holes go. Now for stainless, this is 316 or 304. Anyway, for stainless, you want to go lower RPM, a little more pressure, it'll cut easier. And this is a stub length drill, so I'm not using a centering drill. And I'm kind of doing an interrupted cut here so I don't get any long curly chips. Okay, just like that, 2 holes drilled. I'm just going to do a quick deburring here. Line these back up by eye. See how good my eyes are. And there's my weld of the washer. I just had to do a bunch of tack welds. It's really tough to get that electrode in there. Okay, so now I need to weld these things to these washers. So what I've done is I put a rod through the table, and then these washers under here will hold this up where I want it. And then to hold this in the center, I've got another nut and a washer, and I'll put that like that, and that'll hold this thing kind of in the center. That's my idea anyway. Now we'll just try a little welding. That's a big gap to close there. Okay, here are my completed supports. Just some stainless steel tubing. I polished it up, welded them to, these are 2.5 inch washers, I believe, stainless steel. A little harder to weld than I would have liked. It turns out that the way I had these setting, I was getting more current through the tube than through the washer. So I ended up having to clamp the washer to the table. Apparently there's too much flashing underneath the washer to get a good current. You know, I'm not a welder by trade, but these certainly will hold up the towel rack that I have. So the next step is to mount them onto my towel rack and mount them to the wall. So here how these brackets work. This towel rack has a 6mm riv nut installed. So I screw in this all thread that's long enough, hopefully. I slide on one of my brackets, and then put the nut on and that holds the bracket in place. All right, my towel rack is now mounted to the wall using my brackets. A heated towel rack, mind you. That makes me a 1%er.